welcome to Valley Spotlight and House of Benny.
House of Benny's.
I just love it.
Yep, I have the menu here, and we'll talk all about it. First, we want to introduce you to the owner. This is Sonia Diaz, who is nice enough. Boy, the place is buzzing.
Oh yeah,
today.
It's pretty busy today.
Got little phone calls
the
going.
phone
and
rings off the hook
Yeah.
for good reason.
by the time this show is on, it's not open. You guys close at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
Yeah, but you know, if you come in the mornings from Tuesday through
Sunday,
then it'll be just like this and a lot of fun.
And not only we'll get to the food in just a second, but if you're noticing how busy it is, you guys do take reservations, right?
Yes, we do reservations, walk-ins. Sometimes we do end up on a wait. We always give you the opportunity of community seating if you'd like to do that and not wait.
We're doing here.
We chose a community table.
Yes, we did.
Didn't we? Tell us about the name, because there's a lot of different things to it. There's a dog house, there's a dog named Benny, it's Eggs Benedict, there's all sorts of layers to it, right?
That is exactly the play of words that I use. So Benny the dog helped create the idea, and I came up with 95 Eggs Benedicts. And throughout that, there's 13 on the menu now. The menu changes every so many months.
We're 82 short, Sonia.
That's fast math right there.
We did a Crab Benedict over last weekend, and it blew up on Facebook, and it was amazing.
Now, if you don't know Sonia, she's worked at a couple different restaurants in the area, locally owned restaurants. So then you finally decide to take the leap.
Yes.
So tell us why and how you came up with this concept.
So I came up with the concept by the dog. The dog gave me the idea, and apparently it was the right time and the right idea, because here we are. And I never...
Not a lot of people have Eggs Benedict restaurants, right?
Or if they do, they have one version
or two.
of it.
Nobody likes to make poached eggs. I do use the bottling cups so that they have a uniform look to them rather than stirring them in the water.
So you have been at the Youngstown Crab Company at Cafe 422. Now we're right on Main Street. Johnny's, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, those cheeseburger egg rolls. I digress. But on Main Street, right here in Poland, in the old Wittenauers, it just all sort of came together at the right time.
I used to teach yoga over there, and since day one, the Nicholas have been asking, and there was always someone else that was coming in here, and I was doing it regardless of where I was going, and it just so happened that...
Did you have to redo the place a little bit?
I did a little bit of removal.
I mean, it's only been open about a month and a half.
Right.
Yeah.
And I still got more to go, so I have all the local artists on the wall. I'm going to eventually collage them so that all the local art that's for sale can be on one wall, and then kind of do like a history of Poland, possibly, and some other things artsy.
So to come up with 90 some different versions of Eggs
In
Benedict.
15 minutes. Like I had the menu wrote in 15 minutes from the moment I got the
Do you
idea.
need taste testers for when you actually do it?
Yes.
Because I know a couple of people that wouldn't be there. Do you want to talk about some of them? I want to talk about what an Eggs Benedict is, and then maybe go around the table.
So a classic Eggs Benedict is an English muffin, Canadian bacon, a poached egg, and hollandaise.
Okay.
This is a
Not good enough for you. Apparently.
We do have a classic.
Okay.
This is a salmon Benedict, so it has a nice 6-ounce piece of salmon on it. It has hollandaise, some asparagus, and a garnish of capers.
Nice.
Yeah.
How about this one?
That is our country Benedict.
Okay.
And that is actually about to change and add a piece of maple sausage to it.
Darn right it should.
Cheddar cheese, the country gravy, the poached eggs, and a little bit of hollandaise.
And it's still the English muffin underneath, not like a biscuit.
We've only got
you
two.
can do biscuits. You can do any of these with any style of bread. You can make them into a wrap if you'd like, or you can make them into a sandwich. So we do use sandwich size English muffins just for that reason.
Speaking of wraps.
And we transition to lunch.
We have a
That's a favorite.
buffalo chicken wrap there.
I'm
some
showing
mac
this to
and
Fred
cheese.
right now.
And then we
Showing
have
it to
the
Fred.
taco salad with chicken. So you can get it with chicken or
Too.
seasoned beef.
Yes.
The colors,
yes,
the vibrancy, it matches the space, it matches your personality. We've known you a very long time. Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is a long time coming.
It's still not set in yet.
It
but
should. It should. Enjoy the ride, right? You need
Yes.
to enjoy a little bit of it.
Are you exhausted yet, or still on the grand opening high?
I gotta try this.
A little both?
Yeah, a little both. Today's
have to
my
try
first day off.
Here you are, hanging out with us.
All right.
Oh, watch this. And Mike is so
All right.
excited about this story.
I'll tell you about the story. Usually I kind of wait and let the story tell itself. I'm just
No.
going to tell you. Rick Springfield, who like owned the 80s and now still rocking and rolling today.
This is rocking and rolling too, man.
Okay.
Sorry,
We'll
go
try
ahead.
one too. He has a merchandise director that lives around here, and all our stuff is in this warehouse in the Struthers area. I'm not going to tell you where it is, but it all kind of came together for a story, and I got to talk to Rick Springfield on the phone.
How about that?
Which is kind of cool.
That is pretty cool.
What a nice guy. So here's your story. We'll talk more after that.
Oh man, it kind of makes me laugh because I was so into Rick Springfield that I was writing Kim Springfield on everything, autograph books. You know, back in the 80s, you had those little autograph books that everybody would sign.
Kim Voss was just like almost every girl in 1981. Rick Springfield was already Dr. Noah Drake on General Hospital, and then he came out with Jesse's Girl,
You know I wish that I had Jesse's girl.
a song on his album Working Class Dog.
And I was always like, Kim Springfield, I love Rick Springfield. And even some of my friends, like guy friends, like, I hope you get to marry Rick Springfield someday. So I was a bit of a nerd, a bit of a geek.
I don't think you were the only one.
No.
Well, that didn't happen. In fact, her friends forgot to pick her up and take her to a concert one time in 8th grade. But finally, Kim got to meet Rick backstage at a show. She wasn't in 8th grade anymore. Kim was an adult.
There's a line, of course, and you're standing there and I'm holding, you know, my stupid folder like this. And I'm like, oh my God, it's Rick Springfield. It's Rick freaking Springfield. And
That's where she met the president of the Rick Springfield fan club, who asked Kim, the marketer designer these days, to work on a logo for a t-shirt. The work was for free, but Rick started to notice.
She volunteered saying, I'm a designer. I said, I thought it was, okay, we'll see what she does with the t-shirt. And she killed it.
when I met him then, he was very gracious and he told me how much he liked my work. And I took that as a really high compliment because it's like he could have just been like, you're just a stupid fan, you know? But he was really actually pretty cool about everything that I've been doing for the fan club and thanked me for working for him.
Eventually, more work came her way, and finally, a full-time opportunity.
But what really stood out to Rick is that they wanted me to design a calendar. And I said, yes, how much are you going to pay me? And Rick wasn't used to that. And he's like, what do you mean she wants paid? Because the other girls were doing everything, you know, for free. And I'm like, and I had no problem with it, but I was just like, that's a lot of work. I can't just do that for free. And so it always stood out to him that I put value on my work. And so he's like, hire her immediately.
I just, want to let everyone know what a great business person she is. She's amazing. She, we started out as a fan, and then she's taken over the design. And, she does my novel covers, she does the t-shirts, she does album covers, she does everything, and runs the merch business better than, some of these people that are supposedly professional. She's incredible.
What's nice about the job is that Kim can now use her superfan experience to sell more product.
All these women are 50 and up, and so I am the demographic. So when he's like, do you think this is going to sell well? I can say, from a woman's standpoint, from, that was a fan since the 80s, then I'm like, yeah, that's what they want to see, that's what they like.
It's better. It's way better because she knows what fans want, she understands it, and she's been right most of the time too.
And we're able to actually have a conversation about things, and he really takes what I have to say to heart, and he's just like, okay, I might not like that, but I think that you're making a good decision about it because you know what the women like.
In a business with a rock star, Kim has shown that she can be a rock star too.
Managing the website and all the sales that come through there. We sell meet and greets as well, where the fans get to go backstage after the show and meet Rick. And then there's all the tour merchandise that's sold at the shows.
She's great at getting it out there, keeping people happy. She runs the whole meet and greet on the road everywhere we go. And she, you always get some people that complain, but she's amazing at it all. Just very, very, very lucky. I couldn't have, if I'd looked for someone, I couldn't have hired anyone better.
Here in Youngstown, for sure, it's like everybody's just like, they hear Jesse's Girl and they're like, where's Kim? Where's Kim? I'm like, I am not Jesse's Girl. But yeah, that's what's so cool about all of this is, having been a big fan of his back in the 80s, and now I can honestly say he and his wife are so gracious and generous and just good-hearted people.
And at the age of 73, Rick says he'll keep on going. They just finished one tour, and soon he's going to crank it up again.
I've been saying for 10 years, I wonder if this is the last year. I wonder if this is the last year. That man is going to go way more than the rest of us because he has an incredible work ethic, and you would never think he's 73. He has boundless energy. He's constantly reinventing, constantly creating, whether it's new music, he acts, he writes books, he's doing it all, and I don't think he'll ever stop.
And Kim will be at his side the rest of the way. There you go. Nicest guy in the whole wide world. He even said hi to my daughter. She was recording the interview on the phone in the car.
Thank you, Natalia.
Yeah,
you did a great job.
What's going on? I wish I looked like Rick Springfield right now.
He's 73.
Let alone in my 70s.
You could have been on General Hospital too.
Yeah,
You know?
except for I was a little bit young at the time.
Well,
but still, I could have been on it. There's kids on the show.
There's always tomorrow.
That's right. That's right.
Amazing job, Michael.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Kim.
We're gonna sit tight, and I had one of the peppers on the salad, and Freddie was right. Very warm.
So we need to go to break.
So I can
and
drink
just
some
dab
water.
her down.
Yeah.
When we come back, vegan chili with Chef Pesto.
A Christmas tradition for over 30 years is now back live on stage. Join over 100 singers, dancers, and Little Rascals for Miracle on Easy Street, December 16th through the 18th at Powers Auditorium. For ticket info, visit diorpack.org.
Papa Canzonetta's peppers, recipe established in 1975. A family secret is now yours to share with the people who add spice to your life. Choose from mild and hot versions, plus our famous original blend too. They're the perfect punch for any dish, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We've got the recipes to prove it. Just follow us on Facebook, order online at papacans.com and pick your peck. papacans.com, order 6 jars or more and qualify for free shipping. We like it hot. We're glad you do too.
At RC Compounding, their team of pharmacists specialize in erectile dysfunction therapies that don't have to cost an arm and a leg.
It's becoming more and more comfortable to talk about these things. And we're not doctors, but we're pharmacists. But you can call and talk to us and we will tailor something to you. We will reach out to your doctor. We'll collaborate with you, collaborate with your doctor. We compound a specific drug for a specific patient.
RC Compounding, we care about your health.
One of America's top comedians, Grammy-nominated Bill Engvall, is bringing his farewell tour to the Robbins Theater on Saturday, October 15th. 2 performances at 7 and 9. Get your tickets now at robbinstheater.com or at the box office. Bill Engvall at the Robbins. Don't miss it.
Hey, welcome back to Valley Spotlight here at the House of Benny's in lovely Poland in the Wittenauers Plaza.
Food so good.
Yep.
Make a reservation. Come on out here. We're doing the salmon one. We've got the country one with the, oh my gosh, the gravy and the, what?
The hollandaise.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
All right, tell me about this nice lady.
Oh, Sherry Gordon from the Sherry Gordon Salon and Vintage Shop in downtown Warren, Michael. She is one of those people that when you meet her, you just kind of fall in love, and there's a million reasons why, and we're so proud to say that she is still going strong right there in downtown Warren.
The term beauty school dropout drums up all kinds of nostalgia for most of us, but this story is quite the opposite of that. This story is about Sherry Gordon. Her beauty school experience turned into a career that continues to this day.
I've done hair for 42 years. I love doing hair. I originally actually wanted to go into fashion design. Thought I'd pay my way through school, so I went to beauty school in high school. One of the first graduating classes out of the Trumbull County Joint Vocational School. It was then. Yeah. Now it's TCTC.
Right.
I have to get the right name. Anyways, and I loved doing hair, and I ended up just doing hair. Furthered my education, went to Vidal Sassoon in Europe and studied. I studied in France, and just furthered it. I really enjoy it.
But this beauty school success story never gave up on her love of fashion and everything vintage. For years, her salon and shop were located in Howland, Ohio, until 2019 when she made the move to downtown Warren.
I love it. My space here is very big city. It's very artsy. It's fun. The people down here are very nice. I just really like it. It's a nice change for me. Not that I didn't like Howland, but I needed a change, and this was my change. So I'd really like other people to embrace this and come in and enjoy downtown Warren. We've got great restaurants and, of course, Sherry Gordon Salons down here and Vintage, so you can shop and have your hair done.
And that's where Sherry Gordon Vintage comes into the picture. Everything you see in her shop is for sale. Every glass, every sofa, every piece of clothing, even the bar can be yours to take home.
Well, the vintage clothing started first because I did a lot of fashion shows. And I did a lot of hair shows, traveled and did some shows. So vintage clothing was some of my inspiration with some of the styles as far as the hair and stuff. So I used that, and then I just started collecting. And I've collected, you know, all over the place. People will call me. I look for certain pieces. And then eventually, of course, I live in a mid-century modern home, and I love mid-century stuff. I just really grew to like it. We live in an age now where everything is fast and crazy. And I just looked back to my younger years and growing up, and those things kind of gave me a little more peace. So at my house, I listen to records. I perk my coffee a lot of times with a coffee pot. I do have a Keurig. I will not lie, because sometimes it's quicker.
There is something to be said about slowing down and enjoying the moment, but Sherry still values her clients' time, so much so that she uses a piece of equipment that makes it possible to get color and a cut over your lunch hour.
I do cuts, colors, perms. Perms are coming back, and they're not the old perms that we used to show.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. But, you know,
I can smell it from here.
Yeah, perms now are more about texture. They're more about something easy and adding to the hair. You know, straight hair's been in for a long time, but textured hair is actually coming back.
Take it from us, you'll want more than an hour to just look at everything she has to offer and to spend time with a woman who has such creativity that is matched with great strength. Well, that's a gift to anyone who sits in her chair.
I try to keep my personal life but, you know, I've had some health issues going on, and some things happen. I broke my neck this year. I was very lucky. I broke the C2, which I could have been a paraplegic. Right. But thank God he didn't want to let me go yet. I'm still here. So I thank God, and I thank my customers and, you know, people for getting me through this. And I got a ways to go, but I'm still here and I'm back like I used to be. I feel Sherry is coming back.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
How about her? Well, like her neck, and like who knows what could happen? You know, like you fall or you're in an accident.
Absolutely.
You've been in 20 accidents.
Absolutely.
I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah.
But we are so grateful for her. And book an appointment. Look her up on Facebook, Sherry Gordon Salon and Vintage. Go shop.
Yeah,
go
go
have
shop
some
there.
fun.
That's nice.
It's so great.
Good. All right, you ready for some more fun?
I am.
Stir the pot a little bit?
Yeah, some vegan chili. These are the nights it gets a little cooler. You never know who you're going to have over, so why not make something that everyone can enjoy? That is what Pesto has done for us yet again.
All right, the crowd is in the living room getting ready to watch the game. We're in the back here in the kitchen doing all the dirty work, right,
We're doing
boys?
the dirty work, guys.
Chef Mark, Chef Jeff, we're going to make some chili. Tell people why we picked chili.
You know what? Because chili, in my opinion, is so versatile. You know, you can take chili and we can turn it into 5 or 6 different things, or 30 different things. Sure. You know, so we're going to do this chili today. It's a vegan chili, so we can, you know, appeal to some of our friends that have vegan dietary needs, and it's going to be gluten-free as well. But then we can turn it into, as for meat lovers, into other chili.
Okay, a lot of tastes out there that we're going to make sure everybody's satisfied. Are you ready to do some cooking?
I'm ready to do some
Little
cooking.
brother,
He's
you
got
ready to
his
do some
spoon.
cooking?
He's ready to go. We're making the chili first, right?
We're making the chili first. So
Okay.
we're gonna lay down a little olive oil in the pan, nice hot pan, big pot because we're gonna make chili because we want it to last. Because chili's always better the second day.
It's true.
So we're gonna lay down some red peppers, some green peppers, and some roasted poblano peppers. Just gonna stir that. Some diced red onion.
Right on.
So we're gonna start, what we're doing with chili is it's building layers of flavors is the biggest thing when you're talking about chili. So we're gonna add some cumin, some ground cumin, very earthy in the flavor profile there. We're gonna add some chili powder, give it that chili flavor, obviously. Then we're gonna add some ancho chili powder, give it another layer of flavor, that smoked chili from Mexico. All right? We're gonna put down some paprika, a little bit of hot sauce, and Jeff is going to stir that down. Now, with this vegan chili, it's all about the beans, so because we need a lot of protein. We're going to put black beans, any kind of beans you want. Butter beans, kidney beans,
Good.
some white beans or cannellini beans, whatever you like. We have to have diced tomatoes, so we're going to add diced tomatoes.
Oh, nice.
And we're going to add a little bit of tomato puree. Jeff, you want to get a little bit of tomato puree in there? You want to add the rest of the beans?
All right, here, let me ask a survey question. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the hottest, how hot do you like your chili, Jeff?
I'm about an 8.5.
You're an 8. How about you,
Oh,
Mike?
Jeff's going 8.5. I'm going 5.5.
Okay.
I'm going 5.5. How about you, Mike?
I'm in the 5 range, too.
Yeah,
I mean, I
5.5.
don't mind breaking a sweat a little bit when I eat, but, you know, I don't want to have to towel off.
So what we're going to do is we're developing these layers of flavors. We're going to add some salt, some pepper. We're going to let this simmer down for about 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
And that's all you really need because you have great ingredients. When you use great ingredients, you don't have to cook them as long.
Little cayenne there, guys.
Yeah, we're going to kick it up with a little bit of cayenne pepper. But
Going
we're
toward
only-
the 8, isn't it?
just gonna take us the 8.
No,
but
I
the thing
didn't
about
take you
chili
to 8.
is
I took you to about 7.
I like to go to that 5 because then I have all these great hot sauces on my chili bar.
You can always
That
add more.
They can always kick it up there.
Gotcha. All right. So you work on the chili. Mark and I will do a toast to the chili. 'cause,
Yeah,
you know,
here, guys.
We're ready for a big game.
Big
and
game.
Then we'll come back and show you just how versatile chili can be, as Chef Mark just told us.
From New York City, the greatest 1960s musical recreation show on earth. This is The 60s Show.
The 60s Show, the greatest 1960s musical recreation concert ever, is coming to the Robbins Theater on Friday, November 4th. Be sure to get your tickets now at the box office or at robbinstheater.com. The 60s Show at the Robbins. Don't miss it.
At RC Compounding, their team of pharmacists specialize in erectile dysfunction therapies that don't have to cost an arm and a leg.
It's becoming more and more comfortable to talk about these things. And we're not doctors, but we're pharmacists. But you can call and talk to us and we will tailor something to you. We will reach out to your doctor. We'll collaborate with you, collaborate with your doctor. We compound a specific drug for a specific patient.
RC Compounding, we care about your health.
We've weathered our way through 75 winters. Let our service and sales staff help you weather the next storm with peace of mind and the right equipment. Before you know it, the snow will fly. Do yourself a favor and get to DuCut before the inventory of our Toro snowblowers blow away. The Toro Power Max for that heavy duty job. The extra edge makes the job easy. And the Toro Power Clear model is simple and quick to use when Mother Nature just won't quit. We've got units starting at just $529.
3, 2, 1, 0, 0.
We have the display out and people are building some
Everybody
things.
is going crazy
Some
on
of
this.
them more conventional than others. Tell them what you got on the spread, Mark, before we
Well,
start.
first off, with the vegan chili, we have some friends that have some vegan dietary needs, so they can take this and they can take and make a vegan chili over there.
All right.
And they
Come back
have
around this
a
way.
lot of vegan cheeses you can do. We have nachos. You can build your own nachos. You have a great brioche bun here for your hot dog. You can do a chili dog. As my brother just went through the line, he's making it, and my wife, they made killer baked potatoes. So we've just done 5 different dishes with chili, and you can do 25 more. So what I love about having everybody over for game day is being able to spread the love with some chili. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's good stuff. Now here's
And it doesn't matter who wins.
So over here,
After a while,
with the
everybody's
chili.
winning.
My brother being the pro that he is, he's over here. He's building his baked potato. He's got chili. He crushed up some nacho chips on top of there. He's got a massive amount of jalapenos. Jeff, I think you should do a couple goldfish while you're at it.
Just icing on the weird cake.
A lot of people. There's always the one guy that doesn't use the spoon at the party. That's him.
But this is what
There you
tailgating's
go.
all about. Everybody, we're getting ready for some big games coming up.
Yeah.
Halloween's coming up, so we have some great holidays, and it's a lot of good time to have family over, friends over, celebrate, and chili is just that super comfortable tailgate food.
And it's good all day. Like
It's
you
good
can have a
all
little
day.
bit before the game,
Oh God,
a little
absolutely.
bit at halftime,
and after.
That's right.
And if you had a little bit too much drink, maybe around midnight. Maybe around midnight.
There you go.
For that late night snack.
Is this chili on the menu? At
This
the
chili
bistro?
is on the menu at Bistro 1907. We feature the vegan 4-bean chili. And, we televise all the football games from Youngstown State to Ohio State to any of your favorite pro teams. So we have a good time down there, and you can get some great beers, some great appetizers. The wings are off the chain, and we just have a lot of fun.
Cheers, you guys.
Cheers, you guys. Everybody.
Well done, everybody. Good luck to your teams this year.
Go Penguins.
Thank you, Kansas.
Go Penguins.
Thank you, Kansas. Well, did you see all that stuff that Jeff just kept on putting on there?
That's what chefs do.
I
That's why we
know.
have 95 eggs Benedict
No
on the menu.
kidding. And Michael's taking the chicken from this one and dipping it over here. So really, same no matter where we go, no
That's
matter
right.
who we're with.
We just know what's good. You can just tell. All right, let's take a break.
More Valley Spotlight from House of Benny's in Poland right after this short break.
We have such a legacy, created such a legacy here in the Valley, and we're very well respected by numerous manufacturers in the industry. We're a leader in our industry, and I want to continue that. We want to continue that, and we want to take it to the next level. Whatever that level may be, we're ready for it.
So let yourself go to Ducat. Let yourself go to Ducat. Heels is the low-cost living anti-inflation department store.
Shop Hills in the Liberty, Lincoln Knowles, and Boardman Plaza's Youngstown, and the Ridgeview Plaza in Warren, and the Hills location in Champion, all open 10 till 10 daily.
Welcome back to Valley Spotlight on this Sunday afternoon. The Browns don't play, the Steelers don't play.
What else are you going to do? Watch us.
And everybody's happy. Nobody's disappointed.
Right.
And I've been happy with this.
It's been very, very good. Different kinds of Eggs Benedict out here at House of Benny's. Macaroni and cheese. Who can go wrong with that? And a great salad. But you know what they don't have here?
What?
Hot dogs.
Well, yet.
Right, I know. Now that I said it, Tony's going to be like, all right, Lauren, let's go. But a million years ago on TV 21, I got to do a small town shout out series, and it brought me all the way to Greenville, Pennsylvania. Well, I don't even know, like 10 years later, I got to go back and hang out with Gail. Find out a little bit more about not just the restaurant, but about her history as part of that restaurant.
The tale of Gail.
The tale of Gail. I love it, Michael.
Anyone who has spent any amount of time in Greenville, PA, would probably know a thing or two about a magical place called the Majestic. Magical, that is, for folks who love hot dogs with a side of nostalgia.
They'll say Greenville. Oh, I know Greenville, the Majestic hot dogs. It just seems like we're known everywhere.
Gail McGrath has spent over 2 decades behind the counter. You see, Gail took the job right after she turned 52. It was her way of getting back to life after losing her daughter and her husband within a few short months of each other. This place, these hot dogs, and these customers became her new reason to get out of bed in the morning, even as she now turns 75 this year.
It's been 23 years in October. A long time, many years.
Why so long?
I love it here. My bosses are great people to work for. It's not a hard job, and I just like it.
And she's not the only one who likes it.
And now the people that have moved away from Greenville, when they come back into town, some of them, it's their first stop.
The menu is pretty simple.
And then our soups. Our soups are homemade. We have an Italian sausage now. We didn't have that many years ago. And our egg salad and our chicken salad and barbecue ham. So the menu has expanded.
So it's changed a bit over the years, but the one thing that has stayed pretty much the same is the hot dog with the famous Majestic sauce. And it's still a Majestic mystery, even for Gail.
I made the sauce probably for the last 20 years that I've worked here. But I honestly cannot tell you what's in it because the owners, it's a secret recipe. And they bring all the spices down in a container. And that goes into the other stuff that I add to it. But I have no idea what the spices are.
She may not know what goes into the recipe, but that doesn't mean she isn't known for serving up the best hot dogs in town.
But I can be out shopping somewhere and somebody, oh, you're the hot dog lady. They don't know my name, but they know me as the hot dog lady. I've always told my granddaughter as a joke when she puts my obituary in the paper, don't put my name in, put the hot dog lady.
I do like a good hot dog.
I know.
Chili dog, coney dog, whatever.
And for her, she's known as the hot dog lady.
Oh, she is?
I would love to be known as the hot dog lady too. I have no problem with that. You know,
That's awesome.
we also love hot dogs in libraries.
I dare a show to do more library stories than we are. I dare you. But in this case, it's important because we're talking about the Bristol Library in Bristolville, which has a significance in American history.
It certainly does.
A short ride down Route 45 takes us to Bristolville and the Bristol Public Library. This library, built in 1912, was made possible by a $6,000 endowment by industrialist Andrew Carnegie himself. The original library is now home to many artifacts from Trumbull County and Northeast Ohio. And during today's visit, our friend Paula Jasper is going to reenact the tale of a 1911 Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire survivor.
I had seen Paula at the Upton House last spring do a program, and I contacted her and asked her what other programs she did. And I chose this one. I think it's the woman's story, and we were always interested in the suffragette aspect of it. And like I said, women were the leaders of so many things I said we stand on their shoulders.
Just the air of how women have come forward, how dedicated we are when we want to get something accomplished, that we can accomplish it or try to accomplish it, and that we have compassion for our fellow human beings, especially women, and just to see how far we've come from no rules to more rules that we have.
Really, once I started looking into it, it's simply a fascinating, horrible, but a fascinating point in history. The places of women in unions, the need for gathering together to get rights. It also happened fairly early, but it was already an active movement for the vote in the country. And so there's a whole lot happening for women during that period of time. What if I was in that factory? What if I survived that fire? Well, who would I be? Et cetera, et cetera. And of the women primarily working in the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire at that time were immigrants from the Lower East Side. It was a highly productive factory, but it was done on the backs of workers that were incredibly overstressed. And by overstressed, I mean one factory room, 3 floors above the height that the tallest fire ladder would reach. I mean, it still goes on. So think about it.
Salt Me is a company that produces products that are made out of Himalayan sea salt. I have a love affair with Himalayan sea salt. And as an ear, nose, and throat doctor, the most important thing for me is that the products are going to be effective and that they're going to be safe for patients. So I make products that help sinus conditions, and I make products that are going to be good for the skin and good for the body. And all of them are made of Himalayan sea salt.
What time is it?
Time for Moore Valley Spotlight.
Yes! I was hoping you would say that.
Wouldn't it be great if you had a Rolex to tell the time on though?
I think I would like a Rolex at some point in my life.
Well, you know
I don't
what?
wear a watch, but I think I would.
Better put your name on the list.
Yeah, by the time I'm ready, it might be ready.
Right now.
Okay.
We finally got a chance to meet up with Tom Duma about what his store has gone through over the last couple of years. And Michael, when you take a look at this, you would want to live there.
Tom Duma Fine Jewelers, located on the Courthouse Square in Warren, Ohio, has always been known for creating and offering the finest of fine when it comes to jewelry as an experience. But right before the pandemic brought the world to a grinding halt, a big name made Tom Duma an even bigger destination, and not just for jewelry.
It is still relatively fresh, if you will, and Rolex wanted an environment. So for them, it's important that their guests, which are our guests, have an elevated experience, and they feel. And I really, not that you had to do much for me to buy into that, but yes, what makes me different than anybody else is an experience. And we all sell jewelry to a certain extent, if you're talking jewelry stores or even in a retail environment, whether you're buying clothes or whatever that is. When you have a favorable experience, that makes all the difference, right? And it's just the way you're treated. Are you offered a beverage? And wow, the room, just the ambiance of everything, right? And especially in a jewelry store, that. What do they say as far as remodels? Bathrooms and kitchens, jewelry stores trump all of those.
Yes, you heard Tom correctly. Tom's store is now also the home to the renowned Rolex watch brand, complete with its own showroom experience center that is separate from the rest of the store. But it all started back in 2002 with a simple letter.
I just, wrote a letter and said, Meg, we'd love to have Rolex, and one thing led to another, and like I said, it wasn't even a year later we had Rolex, and so I was very blessed. And especially today, I think there's only like 175 Rolex doors in the United States. So it's a pretty prestigious club to be a part of, and I'm just very thankful and blessed that we're part of it.
Upon entry, it's hard not to feel special since every aspect of this space was designed to showcase what makes this brand inherently special. Every second and every hour has created a timeline full of history.
Before Rolex, everybody had pocket watches, or they had watches that you had to wind, and nobody thought watches were accurate. So that's why the pocket watch, and mariners all had pocket watches, and nobody had a wrist watch. And so Hans went out to prove that he can make a reliable, accurate watch that you could wear on your wrist called a wristwatch. And no matter what you did, if you were climbing a peak of Mount Everest, going down to the Mariana Trench, you can wear that watch and it's going to hold up. And that's the success that they built that whole reputation on. And today, not only can it do anything you can do as a human, but it's also a symbol for achievement.
And that symbol comes at a price, but these days it also comes with a weight. And patience might be the most valuable thing anyone could have if they're looking to own a Rolex. After a global shutdown, the company stood the test of time to ensure every watch was made with precision.
It takes 1 year to build one watch. For the amount of parts that are in the Rolex, every Rolex manufacturer is a true manufacturer because they manufacture every part of the watch. They control it all. They grow the sapphires for their crystals. They refine their own metals in gold and platinum. They invented the machines in order to make the watches. It's an incredible story.
So how long would it take to become an owner of a new Rolex? Well, even Tom had a hard time answering that question.
Everybody wanted a Rolex, all at the same time. When the pandemic, and we couldn't build them fast enough. So now what do? So now, thank the Lord for people that have patience, and we'll get you one. It's just a matter of some come in quicker than others. Depends on the dial. It depends on the model. So they have so many different models and styles that maybe the one you want, I'll get it in a month. If not, then some of the professional series are a little farther out than that.
That's okay. A little farther out, we'll leave it at that. How about that? Not even he knows how long it could take, but that's okay. Go in there, take a look at the most beautiful things, and they will also help you determine how much your jewelry is worth. I think that was something that we didn't put in the story, but it should be said as well. Okay, Mike Case, he took a field trip, not into a field, but near a pond with Kelly Warren and our friends from Kelly Warren Associates. Water features. I wish every yard had one.
Hey there, welcome to another edition of Home Advantage with Kelly Warren here in Boardman. We're on, what's the name of the road that goes across?
Hitchcock Road.
Hitchcock Road, just south of 224, not too far. And a really cool property because you see the house in the front, modest, cute, fun, but then all this land in the back, huh?
We love a nice backyard.
Yeah, and they have one. I mean, it goes all the way back and all the way on the side. And they decided to do something a little different with it, which at my house, my parents did, so I know it's not that expensive, is to put like a little waterfall.
A little water feature, If you can't buy a house right on a lake, then make your own.
Yeah, put your own water here. And it's not too bad because when you hear like the waterfall going, it's very soothing.
Yes.
I'm sure they can hear it from inside their, on their deck or in their patio there.
Yeah, I think water to a lot of people is calming and soothing. It's a nice presence and feature to have in the yard. So certainly a plus if you can buy or build a house on a lake or a creek or a pond, any of that kind of stuff. Those are primo lots. People pay a little extra to be on water.
Right.
And if you're not, then why not make your own?
This is really easy as far as maintenance goes. I know you take the pump out in the winter so it doesn't freeze, and you put the pump back in, you plug it in, and then here comes your little cascading waterfall. And the fish, you don't even have to worry about them either. They just kind of go to sleep in the wintertime and then come back.
I think the nature of it just kind of does its own thing naturally too. The fish come back, the little lily ponds, there's a little flower, like it just, it's its own ecosystem. It does its own thing.
Got to be careful though. I will tell you that my son, when he was little, went into the pond and then I had to go fish him out in my jeans and everything.
Yeah, safety can be an issue if you're living on or near a body of water, so keep your eye on your little ones, but it's also so much fun for them. Those 7 and 10-year-old boys who love to go digging for critters or to, it's a little experience to come out and feed the fish and that kind of stuff too.
And grab those frogs. You know there's going to be frogs.
Snails, you got them all. Yeah.
All right, very good. All right, give folks the website and the information to get a hold of you if they want to take a look at this property of all the different pictures you have on your website.
Yep, you can find us online at kellysoldit.com. This one is available right now at 7811 Hitchcock Road, and you can call or text us 330-717-2689.
Thank you, Kelly. Here we go, and today's outdoor edition of Home Advantage. Well, there you go. See, lily pads and
So calming.
water rushing down the babbling brook and all that stuff.
Were you relaxed when you left that one?
Yes, I felt pretty good.
It's like a spa.
I also had to go to the bathroom a little bit. It's kind of how it works when you're a little bit older. All right, let's take a break.
We gotta take a break. Maybe a bathroom break. Who knows?
Be right back with more Valley Spotlight from House of Benny's in Poland after this.
Taking one cash offer for your home doesn't have to be your only option. I'm Barbara Corcoran, and especially in today's current market, having a local real estate agent who offers great marketing and options that are customized to fit your needs is smart. In Youngstown, the agent I trust is Kelly Warren. Kelly can give you a guarantee to sell your home, instant offer, and the best marketing strategies in the Mahoning Valley. Get the option that's right for you. Go to kellysoldat.com.
Whether it's dinner out with friends and family or your next catered event, Rachel's Restaurant in Austintown always makes it special and delicious. Award-winning cuisine, relaxing atmosphere, and so much more. Rachel's Restaurant, Austintown.
No hot water? Call A to Z Dependable Services. Our fully stocked rapid response water heater specialist will get you back in hot water in no time. A to Z is the only call you need to make.
Only A to Z.com.
Pets are part of the family, and at RC Compounding, their pharmacists make your pet a priority.
Pain management is a big one with animals, especially if they have cancer or like end of life. They're unable to take tablets or capsules, and we're able to customize it into a solution that an owner could administer pretty easily without, difficulty of having them swallow a tablet or capsule if they're not able to.
RC Compounding, we care about your health.
Welcome back to Valley Spotlight here at House of Benny's in Poland. Right off the main drag there, you take a right, head down toward the library, and it's on the right-hand side. Well, time for Perfectly Plated, our segment sponsored by Steelite. And the last we heard about Steelite is they were bringing some big news. Their world headquarters was coming to downtown Youngstown. Well, they started drawing the plans, and Lauren snuck away to visit with John Miles about the next steps as we get ready for this next great big venture.
We're saying welcome back to John Miles.
Lauren, so good to see you. How are you?
I'm great. So many people out there from our restaurant industry friends and the people that we've featured on this show for the past several years. Right now, it's like they're like, wow, thank you for featuring us. Thank you for letting the world know that we're here, some new places that people have just maybe forgotten about. So I think it's our job to explain that this is how we're able to do so many of those visits, so many of those moments, and lots of pictures that we've shared over the past few months. It's all because of John Miles and Steelite International, and it's never a dull moment over here. You might have, you might have heard that this company, this organization, is moving to downtown Youngstown. We've been talking about this for 5 years or something?
At least.
I'm hoping, but some progress has been made.
Yeah, absolutely. We worked with City Council, Mayor Brown, the Chamber of Commerce, the folks at YBI, Jobs Ohio. Governor DeWine was just here.
Yep.
And the whole group, it really was a we moment. We were able to find a terrific building. We were able to get some state funding and some help from the city to bring the whole thing together. And it's going to be really, I think, an unbelievable space when it's done. We've employed a great local architect, Mike Fagan, who we've worked with for years.
Yep.
And a designer from Europe, and the combination of those two have come up with color boards that are incredible. Well, you saw them this morning, right?
Right. We're taking a look at some of these images, and to imagine this in downtown Youngstown, it's like it's almost like you have to take a step back and just go, wow. And I want to know, why why those elements, why that kind of space, why here?
Well, I think that first, when you think about any business, not just our business, Lauren, but any business, you can replicate just about any product anywhere in the world. What you really can't replicate is your people and the culture of the business. And so when we start to think about what's really, really important, what drives a great business, what drives a great employee, work environment has to be a big part of it. And if you're showing your employees that you have enough respect for them, that you're going to give them the absolute best work environment, we really think that the result is your employees give a lot back. And you want employees that are proud of where they go to work, proud of the company they work for, excited, people that are seeing investment back in the business. And that's really what we're trying to accomplish here.
And back into this city, which is a big, huge, thing that we want to be a part of at every step, every single chapter. Lots of folks in the restaurant industry are, they ask us all the time, even our team, we need help. We need people to come back. Do you have any advice for them? I'm kind of throwing this one at you right now. I know. But any advice for our friends out there, because they're tired. They're a little bit tired.
I mean, listen, what I would say is that there is tremendous opportunity in this area and in this city if you go out and look for it. And what we found, and this is personal experience, I would tell you, is that when we said we'd like to do something that benefits the city and the community and we need some help, we had a lot of hands reach out and say, we'd really like to help you, we'd like to be there for you. As I said, Mayor Brown and the council and Jobs Ohio and the state of Ohio and YBI, so many people. And if you look at the downtown area, for us, having the Showroom and Experience Center, what created us coming downtown was the creation of the hotel. So, when Dominic and his team created the hotel, it gave an anchor for hospitality and to do some really great things. And I think that, we're building on what those guys started.
I think that's tremendous. So if you build it, they will come, and then there's more incentive for people to come back into these restaurants and to make them fantastic and to make them what we're so proud of. Speaking of construction, if you're hearing things rattling, it's because there's construction going on all over downtown Youngstown, which we're grateful for all the newness and all the support. And John, thank you always for making Valley Spotlight so special to so many people now. So hats off to you guys.
Lauren, thanks for your support. Great to see you.
Nice to see you too. And you just heard me say thank you to John and thank you to Steelite for allowing us to come to restaurants like yours.
Yes.
And all over the area. And you guys are new Steelite users, right? You guys have some tea versions coming out soon. So thank you to them for making this possible for not just us, but you too, right?
Yeah, thank you very much. Hey, I have a question. You know how there are certain ways to eat, like a bloomin' onion you're supposed to pull from the inside or something like that so it don't fall all over the place? Is there a way to cut the Eggs Benedict? So
Yeah, you just go straight down the middle.
Like seriously?
It's supposed to be messy once you get into it.
So it's okay.
Halfway down.
Yeah.
So if the yolk is on the back of your hands and things like that, we don't judge here at the House of Benny?
There's no judgment.
All right, very good.
We'll give you extra napkin.
We might have had to use the napkin to get it off his knuckles today.
And my cheek and everywhere else. But it sure was good.
The mac and cheese also really good. I know that has nothing to do with the Eggs Benedict, but wow, this is I don't even know what.
People are enjoying
this is
it, aren't
great.
they?
Yes, they are. I should have brought the soup out. We have a chorizo tortellini soup.
You do you?
Too busy. We understand.
Do you
it's okay.
think there will be more houses of Benny's?
I hope so. That is the goal, is to open them. I would like to get one in the Howland Warren area for location 2, and then I'd like to eventually franchise them. I think I found a really good idea. I'm working on the specs and seeing where it goes from there.
I think with the way the response has been, you have to look into it, right?
Yes.
Although, it's easy to get stretched too thin sometimes too.
Yes, well, I already have 2 other businesses, so I leave here
I'm just
every
reminding you
day,
of that.
and I go teach yoga.
Go.
And then I have harmonic egg,
Does the yoga help?
It does, it helps.
Because this is so fast-paced, and then maybe it calms you down a little bit?
Yeah, well, I use the harmonic egg for that because it literally is a sound and light resonant chamber.
Oh.
So it helps to bring your autonomic system into a nice balance.
That's the secret.
That is the secret.
Oh, no kidding.
Eggs create eggs, you know.
I hear you.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, out of all of the Eggs Benedict that are on the menu,
Yeah.
and there are 13 right now.
And there's a new part of the menu coming for the fall.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is your favorite? I have to ask. I'm sorry.
Do you even like eggs?
Do you
Benedict?
like? Yeah.
It's not your favorite though? Like you'd much rather have what, French toast?
Well, so
Or what?
I didn't know
He
I
asks
liked
the
Eggs
hard
Benedict
questions.
until I came up with the idea and started eating eggs because I couldn't put it on the menu without eating it.
No, right.
So, yeah.
Do you have a fave then?
I like the salmon. I did a special over the weekend with some blue crab,
Yeah.
and that was really amazing.
That probably went over pretty well.
It went very well.
So you would suggest that if somebody said, "What do I get?"
I like
what should
the
I get?
country.
You do?
I like the country.
I didn't even try this
gravy.
one yet.
Yeah, go dig in.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing a bang-up job, let me tell you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And it's funny, people in the restaurant business, sometimes it's just not for them and they want out. And other people just...
Keep gravitating back in. I was
Yeah.
out for 4 years.
Yeah. Why is that?
And then that's what was missing.
Yeah. You just needed that part of your life back.
Social life, the hustle and bustle,
The
and
energy that
watching
comes with
people enjoy a meal. You know, actually slowing down, sitting down, taking time, talking to who they come with, the experience.
And you have great friends within the industry. You know, we were just at Sabi's a few weeks ago.
Kristen's been here hostessing for me on Sunday.
To see you guys in the industry together, working together to make each other successful. Sometimes that's the story that we don't get to on this show, but I have to say that, you know, as we've been able to make the rounds and get to know you guys for so many years, that's the part that, like, right? Kind of like,
it makes me cry.
Right.
That's so good. That's so good.
People think that they're competition for each other,
Yeah,
but really,
no, we all support each other.
That's
like,
great.
We wouldn't be in this business without each other.
It's
like
it's evident.
Our employees go to different restaurants. We share those. The good ones like to go work.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Good job. Good job on
We're very
everything.
proud of you. You deserve it all. Okay, all of it.
We have to thank you folks for watching on this afternoon. Where should they watch us?
ValleySpotlight.com. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. You know what? Download our Roku channel. It looks really good on Roku. You look good on Roku, dude.
Well, I've said that for years.
And you're gonna look good on Roku too.
Yeah.
So
we don't know.
do all of that, and then keep those story ideas coming to us. Sometimes it takes a few weeks or it takes a month or so, but we try to get to everybody. We really do. So thank you for making this possible. And every Sunday, 4 p.m., we're right here.
We'll see you later. Retro
Retro Marshall.
Rick Springfield one more time. Bye-bye.
Tao, Rick Springfield's first new studio album in 2 years. State of the Heart, plus 9 more hits. Rick Springfield's finest album to date, Tao, on RCA Records, cassettes, and compact discs.
If you like this video, subscribe to Valley Spotlight on YouTube and be sure to click on the notifications bell so you know when we've got some new stuff. You also can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to us on Vimeo or our Roku channel.